more and more you take a look around, the laws they're making, start to realise they're out of control. And all the people they're chasing for these COVID fines have announced, small fortune, that they're going to start going after the people that don't pay, repossessing property off of them or seizing property more so, and leading all the way to jail if they don't have the property to take. Now you got to ask questions like, all the people that have actually caused outbreaks, they've let off, yet all these people that had nothing to do with spreading or outbreaks, suddenly, they're going to go after them, seize property and arrest them. You just got to think about things a little. It's a bit of a joke. Oh, got some cows with me. Just makes you wonder, what is their prerogative? Is it about safety or is it about making money? My issue, all the stuff with the drink driving, they don't have to provide evidence, they're always missing it. A lot of people talk about how do we fix police corruption. Well, for starters, that's a no-brainer. You make them accountable. Accountable isn't them answering to themselves like they do. First step with anything I back, just treat you with ignore. They may take your case on, but they really don't try and do much about it unless you've actually gone through police internal investigations. And internal investigations will just write you off no matter what. They'll just turn around and tell you that there's nothing to answer for. Now, I can vouch for this because every time I've tried to speak to internal investigations, no matter how poorly the police officers act, from shaking hands with a guy that assaulted me at the front of a school and greeting him by a first name basis, nothing suspicious about that. Shoving the kid's mum when they tried to execute the first arrest warrant. She didn't resist or anything, they just barged through the door. And then the current thing with, they visited the kid's mum again, trying to execute a warrant. Despite being told I wasn't there, and they barged their way in the house. Like they have some, we have a right to be here because this is where we suspect he is. You heard of a mailing address? Kind of being left homeless. I need somewhere to send my mail because I still work. I still do all the other shit I have to do. In honesty, I'm over fucking paying taxes because as far as I'm concerned, it just funds this shit show. But and that officer has a Rosie account. I've read it out in a previous video, but he has a Rosie account of everything that happened. He was just welcomed in, short of being offered coffee, which is another load of bullshit. She wasn't happy, and she told them a number of things. They just ignored her and went off track. And their incompetence isn't looked at. Got some cows. Wait! Come on. Out the way. Human coming through. Moo-moos. Come on. Come on. Go on. Yeah, they're pretty timid, but they can knock you for fucking 6 if you're not careful. Big beasties. I guess all I'm saying is, instead of just nodding your head and going along with all this shit, stand up and say something. Speak up. We have an Attorney General in each state. These are the people that sign off on all these COVID rules. You don't like it, contact them, make it an headache. People started contacting Jill Hennessy and she pretty soon retired. And that's pretty much standard. The retirement gig, right? When they know they're fucked and they've been caught out. They take an early retirement because it gets them out of any sort of criminal investigation. gets them out of it and lets them walk away scot-free no matter what they've done. And that's pretty pathetic. That's a loophole and a half. Like the cop involved with the assault thing, it took them 6 months to start going, oh, we might investigate this, and then, you know what, magically, he took early retirement. And the worst bit is, it's just like the US. The dodgy prick can just come back and get rehired again after because he's got previous experience. It doesn't matter if he was corrupt, shit, or no good. No, so take this all very seriously. Parliament's been able to hide from the people for so long. What people need to do, and this is what I advise to all of you, is start saying something. Start letting them know, because then it's on record that they're doing this like a dictatorship. That way, you know, be it come to the worst, because they won't let go of power. They're going to hang on. But if Australia ever comes to a revolution, you know, there's a paper trail which suits them just perfect, saying why. And then, you know, maybe that will put it in their head and they won't go around it the next time the same way. They'll probably, well, you know, hopefully these people are thick, start listening to us, people. Everyday people that just want to live our lives, you know. We don't go out there trying to cause harm. I think I've said that before in other videos too. And that's the ridiculousness of all of this, is they make it out like, you know, we're all out there trying to murder and kill each other, and without them we wouldn't be safe. You know, the way I'm looking at it, I've been laughing through this whole COVID thing. Who are you safer with? In the hands of society and people, or in the hands of the government and authority? Just look at what they're doing. You know, something to think on. No. It's a good thing to do now and then. Use the grey matter. It's why we have it. It's not just so that we eat shit, sleep and work. No, start thinking about this stuff and start taking it seriously, because I cannot emphasise enough, it is our kids that will pay the price. We're paying the price for our parents' neglect right now. Like I said, I'm 40 years old and the world I was told I live in doesn't exist. I live in a world of bullshit, lies and deceit. And none of them want to be accounted for. You know, watch any of these police watcher, cop watcher videos that are out there. There's some Australian guys like None Your Business. He's fucking awesome, that guy. And just look at it. You get your hands on a poly, they say, yeah, this is important. And then you write to them to organise talking to them or anything like that. No, they just disappear totally off the radar, vanish, nowhere to go. Now, I've got to have some chats with our new Attorney General, Jacqueline Symes. Yeah, wow, she took on a fucking wheelbarrow full of shit, that girl. Let's see if she's ready to answer where others won't, or if she's just going to do the usual runaround, because I've spent over 4 years with politicians dodging me. Now, considering I had some fuckwit on the internet the other day see some work boots and then declare I'm just a dirt scratcher, you know, one of many jobs I do, but I'm just a dirt scratcher, like I'm some kind of labourer. If the politicians of the House are scared of a guy like me, we've got a fucking problem, right? I'll leave you with that. You have a good weekend. Enjoy your night. Peace. Be good. You know, don't let the motherfuckers get you down. Keep fighting, people. Or else, you know, the world we live in, I don't want to see it. I'd rather fight and die than live under slavery. But that's just me, you know. Even my dad would say, he's seen me fall on my sword 1,000,000 times, and I'll do it if it's the right thing to do. I can't say no. I won't say no. This comes from being a union rep, right? Die hard attitude. Okay, like I said, be good motherfuckers. See ya.